Hi there. Baba stock is about to go up a lot. But don't believe me. Let me tell you why I think this, and then you think for yourself whether you want to invest in this company or not. So, as you can see, the stock price went up quite a lot in the last days, almost 10%. And this happened because, as you probably heard or read the news, that Jack Ma is buying Alibaba shares. He bought about 50 million of the company. Moreover, also the chairman, Joe Tsai, bought about 152 million of stock. So together they bought over around 200 million worth of stocks. And that's quite a lot. This was a good impulse for the market that the founders are investing in this company. They are buying more when the stock price is undervalued. So they also believe in this company. They invest their own money. And that's quite important. $200 million is quite a high amount. Moreover, this is just the beginning, just a small increase of 10% because of this. But there are more. You probably heard that China's central bank will cut the reserve requirement ratio for banks by about 50 basic points. They do that to support the economy, this recovery, because as you saw, the China market is down a lot. If you look at their technology index, you can see that it has declined a lot, over 75% from its peak. And the Chinese Communist Party wants to help the market to recover. And this is an important sign, especially for investors who are invested in Chinese stocks. Because as the central bank is about to reduce the reserve requirements, that will be an impulse for the market, a good one. And as Alibaba is in this index, Crane shares, then also this investment will go up even more than 10%, as it happened in the last 10 days. Moreover, this move of reducing the requirement ratio will free up 1 trillion yuan, or of about 140 billion for the market. So this money will go into this index in the Chinese market. When that happens, all stocks from this index will go up. Alibaba, Tencent, JD.com, Pinduoduo, and others. They'll go up. Of course, don't imagine that the stock price will go up 10x in the short term, but it'll go up a little. So this is another good sign for investors, that China wants to help the economy, the market, to recover, and also to help investors, the domestic investors and the foreign investors, like you. So far, everything looks great. You have two important news. Insiders are buying. That's why Alibaba stock went up 10%. And also China wants to join. They are going to reduce the reserve, which will create more money for the market. And that will be great for investors. Now, another important thing you have to know is that Alibaba will report the results for the next quarter, December quarter, which will be on February 7th this year. Why is this important? Well, if you look at their past performance, you can see that Alibaba beat the estimates almost every quarter. If they report again an increase in their earnings, in their free cash flow, as it happened in the previous quarters, then the stock price will react, will go up quite a lot. And if you take into account the other two catalysts, insiders bought more shares, and also China wants to join, then you'll have quite a powerful movement. You have three forces that are joining together, which will push the stock price even higher. It might go to $100 in just a few months, in the next months. This may happen because of higher earnings. They will report an increase in their free cash flow, their profits, and also their revenue. Of course, this is a prediction. It may happen or not, but the chances are quite high. Then, China wants to help the economy, the market to rebound. And Jack Ma and the chairman, Joe Tsai, are investing a lot of money in this stock, Alibaba. Plus, as you probably know from my previous videos, Alibaba, the current level, is quite cheap. Because, as I said, their net cash position is about 118 billion. You look at the total cash of around 141 billion minus their debt, 22 billion. By the way, I've also included their investments, which may be even higher. Because if China rebounds, also their investments will go up. So the value may be even higher than 141 billion. Only their cash and their investments. And that's another plus for investors. But let's say that their net cash position is around 120 billion. And at the current market cap of around 191 billion, Alibaba is quite cheap. You also add their free cash flow. For instance, for the last 6 months, they made of about 11.5 billion in free cash flow. So for the entire year, their free cash flow will be higher than 20 billion. And if you apply a multiple of 10 or 20, then the stock price is a bargain, quite cheap at the current level. But as I said at the beginning, you don't have to trust me. You don't have to believe me. You only see the facts, what's happening in China. You look at the fundamentals of this business, what they're doing. If you like their segments, especially their business, e-commerce, cloud, entertainment, delivery, logistics. You also look at the sentiment, what China wants to do, and also the insiders. And then, if you have another increase in their earnings, the stock price is about to go up quite a lot in just a few months. So it's up to you. If you like this company, Alibaba, also the risk, because other bad things may happen in the future. But at the current level, I think that it's a great investment. So you decide for yourself. You think for yourself. You do your own analysis and see if you like the risk. However, at the current level, the risk is quite low. And then you look at the reward. How much Alibaba can grow. If the stock price goes to $300, then your return will be more than 3x from the current level. And that will be quite nice for you. So that's it for this video, and if you have other questions, please let me know in the comments.